Hey guys, yes, it's been a while. I know. But it's your girl Tasha, and you are here 7 days at my table with Tasha Kelly. I'm not gonna get too far into why I haven't been on, but I will say Apple count your days. So some things won't the way I did some of my other videos and I fixed my issue with Apple. The editing will be a little different. So it's fine. I'm just gonna just do it, but I hope everybody's having a nice day. It's getting warm out here, really nice. Pray that the crime goes somewhere because it's gonna start getting hot. So, guys, I'm gonna start because I have of course a few of my videos. So it's been a while. Okay, sorry about that. Again, you here with Tasha Kelly. Okay, so let's begin. This says, "What mistake taught me my biggest lesson?" I really enjoyed doing this one. This whole week, I really enjoyed doing. Like I told y'all before, a lot of this is coming from my experience in my life. So, shall we begin? Let's go. Okay. So, I hope y'all can see as well. I'm trying to focus the best way I can. Make bring it closer. Okay. It says today on Testimony Tuesday, we're not focusing on the mistake itself, but the lesson that came from it. Every mistake carries something we meant to learn, and growth comes when we choose to take the lesson and move forward. I'm focusing on what I learned, not what I went through, because the lesson is what helps me grow and do better. Yes, it does. Okay, next one. Here is lesson one. It says, I learned having multiple kids by different men creates a lot of stress, confusion, and drama. It it's just not hard on me, but hard on my children as well. So those who know me and don't, I have 4 kids, and my two oldest doesn't have the same father, but my two youngest do. So three um different dads. I used to feel a little ashamed of it, but I don't beat myself about it. I could have made better choices. Definitely could have made better choices. Um that's why I take accountability. I used to be all like that, deadbeat this, deadbeat that. But something, I had to grow up and take accountability in the type of, you know, men I chose. And then just, my choices is not good. So I'm being better as a mother so my kids don't repeat my steps, because they see that, they see you're not realizing because they small, you think they're not paying attention. But let me tell you something, they get older, okay? So they get older, and yes, it do be hard on them, um it could bring a lot of things because it's some points, uh I'm talking in general right now, but some things where one of the kids' fathers is in the life, taking them out, doing this. But the other kid is like standing there like, damn, I wish my father was here to do those things. So that it could bring a lot of emotional trauma too on the, child. If we sit there and make these bad choices in life, it could that could be, turn into sibling hate for one another. So it does a lot, confusion, stress, like it creates a lot, like I said in this sentence. It does. And I just pray that my kids don't walk in my footsteps. Not something I'm proud about. But live and you learn, and it's a lot of going up I had to do. So okay. Next. Let me say this before I go to the next thing. Let me tell you something. I also want to teach my daughter that too, because let me tell you, in this new world, listen, it's hard to settle down or get a husband now when you got like 3 different. I ain't down in myself or you know saying I'm not good enough to you know selling myself short, but you know. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Lesson two. This says, I hope you can see. Sorry. Okay, it says, lesson two. I learned letting people come stay with me sounded helpful, but often turned into chaos. Some overstayed their welcome, didn't respect my home, or brought drama and trouble. Okay, so yes, if those, I've let a number of people come stay with me, and I finally got my house at peace. You know, um, some slippers I did, but that's something I won't do again. I am, uh, and it could enable that person too. If you're not helping yourself, I cannot help you. Um, that's one of the reasons, but the main reason is, look, this is me and my kids' space. Listen, I've been in a few apartments. Okay, this is actually where I'm at now. This is the longest I think I stayed, and I done lost places because allowing people to come stay with me. Okay, so I always say my grandmother and mom and dad's watching over me because, man, listen, okay, helping people, and I don't mean like just one person. I think I had about four different people, family, it'd be family, sometimes friends too. But at one time, I remember I had about four people staying with me in my three-bedroom apartment. And that's another thing too. I'm making it uncomfortable for my kids, just trying to help people, and I wasn't in the right space to help. But the people with the good hearts, they'll put their stuff to the side to help others. So I had to stop doing that because you know what, this is me and my this wouldn't be mine. I wouldn't have this if it wasn't for my kids. So I ain't trying to let nobody come stay with me, especially if you're not doing nothing, and just for what my kids are seeing. So at that time I let a couple stay with me, and it's just the drama, what they seeing. I had to get that away, for my kids. And also, when you don't got your stuff together, and that person that you come stay with, you don't got that stuff clashes because it would clash because you already agitated about your life, how your life is going, and they agitated. So every little thing might just look like bother you. And that brought. And that's why at one point I didn't know about how to respect boundaries or what boundaries was, and I was letting people run step over mine because I wasn't that's why things clash. But now that I'm wiser and uh had to do the work and grow the hell up. So I understand now. So at the bottom in this picture it says I need my home just for me and my kids. It's not fair to them and the drama people bring. It's true. 'Cause my kids seen a lot. They seen a lot. Stuff they shouldn't have seen. And that only causes trauma on top of them. So a lot of stuff I had to stop because your kids sponges they soak up. And that's why I thank God, man, that I have. My kids is doing so good. From some bad choices I made, but I make sure that's one thing you know, be there for them. Okay. What else? Anything more to say on that? Yeah, and just pushing them out their room and stuff. I just felt like, so, and that wasn't right. Just not even. I don't want to use the word pushing. Just like, hey, let's let them stay in there because it's more than you coming to stay here, mommy. But I won't do that again. Not me. My kids deserve their space, and that's just that. Okay, next lesson three. I'm gonna put it up a little bit. Okay, I learned putting people before me was exhausting. I kept taking on their problems while ignoring my own life and needs. This is true, so I will push myself back to help others. And like I said too, you know, people with good hearts will put their stuff aside. And because we don't like to see nobody going through nothing, we wouldn't want that, for us. So we try to help them and, put us, but I don't do that no more. Let me tell you something. It's about me. I'm telling you, you cannot help nobody until you help yourself first. You have to. And I ain't saying 100% you all, because ain't nobody got a perfect life. But when you get stable enough, comfortable enough to say I can help somebody, that's when, you know, if you still want to, because sometimes you can enable people. I'm telling you, people gotta, you can't give too much to people these days. You can't, because it's gonna be unappreciated, and you just learn from it. I'm listen. Yeah, I don't know. So here we go, right here in the picture. It says, put it bigger. Since we said it, it says, "Can I come stay with you? My mom put me out." Um, and then this one says, "Can you come with me to do this paperwork?" I guess I could take off of work today to help you. I've been here. This is, that's why I said most of this is talking about my experience. Okay, lesson 4. Okay, I learned not setting boundaries let people take advantage of me. I discovered that true love is not allowing myself to be mistreated or manipulated. So at the bottom it says I need to set some boundaries. Okay, I could speak like that now. If I would have known what setting boundaries is about, and I respect people's boundaries too, I'm telling you, things would have went much better. And I'm not gonna say I had to stay with someone before my sister in law, but I never disrespected her home, and she opened her home up to me and my kids. But you know something, um, she told me this story too. She said, me and my first son was staying. I had my first apartment at 19. Then something happened, and then I moved in with her, and then I had left. I said, you know what? I don't want to be like a burden on her. I left. We just talked about this the other day, and she's like, "You came when I seen you again. You came back. You was pregnant. That was with my second one. Do you know my sister-in-law opened her door again for me? She said, stay here. You pregnant and stuff. I don't want you house to house, whatever. I mean, I think I was what 21, 20. So I was pregnant with my second child, my daughter Brandy, and I stayed there. But you know something, man, my sister-in-law, she gave the boys the room because she had a son, also my nephew, and Brandon. It was Brandon. And she had a 2-bedroom and a big nice living room, and she put them in the room with the bunk beds, boys. And then when I had my daughter, my sister-in-law, that's why I bless her heart, and I never, to this day I would never stress her. She's so, she's been there. Y'all, yeah, those who know me, y'all know Hyacinth. So when I had the baby, my second baby girl, I when I came home from the hospital, you know what she did? She had me in her room, and I couldn't. I said, you know what? I can't. I felt so. I didn't want to do that. The couple of first days, I would go. I was then I started sleeping on the couch with a little bassinet, but I decided to go into the shelter and just go myself because I said I do not want to be a burden on her, and that's what I did. And after that, I didn't stay. So yeah, so I did have to stay with somebody too, but I didn't. Let me tell you something. I never took advantage of no one, and I didn't disrespect nobody's home. So because basically I had my own, you know, at a young age, and but those places that I had of my own didn't go so well when I was having people stay with me. So, but never again. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, so this says finally a peace of mind. I hope you guys see it. Put it up a little bit. Finally, I could take the time to pour into myself, work on me and my health, and give my kids a home with peace in it. Yes, that was the best thing that I decided to do. And it's been a while because um and I ain't gonna even sit here in front of you. I slipped up, like trying to help somebody again, and then boom. As soon as I got at peace, it's like, okay, you think you got it in control sometime, but nope. Then drama came, and then so I didn't learn too much of my lesson then, but as of now, huh, what's today's? Let me tell you, I am not. If you're not helping yourself, my kids got their own space, and it's gonna stay like that. My house is more peaceful now. I am working on self, and that's the best thing. And I can, and I just, I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want nobody in my space that's not bringing me peace and stuff. So next is lesson 5. Okay, bring it up a little bit. Okay, this says I learned healing starts when I take responsibility instead of making excuses. If I'm not healed, I could push my unresolved trauma onto others. God has given me the strength to grow through my mistakes and become a better woman. So that's a lesson also. I learned healing starts when I take responsibility instead of making excuses, which is true. And let me tell you, see where it says right here, if I'm not healed, I could push my unresolved trauma onto others. That is true. That is so true because you think everybody's out to get you and you're not healed. And I'm still healing. It's a process. It's a process. So, but I'm better now. I'm getting better and better and better and better each day. I'm growing and growing and growing each day. So, um, here in the little cartoon thing, my little Jennifer and Ronnie, it says you just like everybody else. You're gonna do what everybody else did. That's trauma on you. That's not healed from the last uh thing you was with somebody else. You think everybody's that person. He's like, you're not even giving me a chance because you're still hurting from the pain other people put upon you. It's true. And I seen what I was doing. I've done that to somebody. And, you know, he helped me realize what I was doing. And then I had to take a step back. And he was right. He was right. So I worked on that and got better at it. So here, these are reflection points. I know y'all probably can't see it because it's really small, but I'm going to read each one to you. So, lesson 1, stepping out of your comfort zone. The mistake I made was staying where I felt comfortable instead of choosing growth. Yes, because we get real comfortable. Man, listen. Because doing the work is not, it's not comfortable. It's not. Doing the work on self, because let me tell you something. You are pulling all those ways out. You going in and you taking all that stuff out of you. Then you realize, oh my God, I was like that. So it's not comfortable because you getting to know self. You pulling all that out of you. Getting all going within and getting all that drama, that everything that's not good for you, you removing it from you. So, and then it says, are you staying where it's comfortable or are you choosing growth? I'm choosing growth these days. Yes, I am. Growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone, take the risk, challenge yourself, and discover your true potential. Yes, yes, yes. And then look, it says healing takes time. It do. Healing is a process, okay? So the mistake I made was rushing my healing or avoiding it. And that's the thing. Sometimes we think we healed and we're not. We think, oh, we don't talk about it. Oh, because we ain't letting about it at that moment. No. I didn't realize I wasn't healed until somebody really pointed out to me, until I started reflecting my traumas onto them. That's how I realized I'm not healed and explained it. But people think they're healed because they don't talk about it or they just let it. No. So I learned that. Are you impatient with your progress or are you allowing yourself the time to heal? Okay, so when you choose to heal, you create peace in your life. True healing takes time. Exactly. So if you really want to heal and want peace, you got to remove all that other stuff away from you because if you don't, you're not going to get nowhere. You're still going to stay stuck. You can't heal. You need that time to yourself. Okay, so you can't have everybody staying with you, especially with their problems. You can't have put people's problems on top of yours when you already got your problems of your own. So listen, I'm telling you, the best thing to do. I know it hurts because you want to help people. You feel bad and stuff. You wanna be there and stuff. But that doesn't mean don't love them. And some people gotta respect that too. And the people that can't respect that and get and make it like you are the villain, so be it, But I understand now. I'm more understanding now with it all. I can't not let nobody say in the process of healing, and I just don't want to. I don't want to. This is my kid's space. I put my foot down. That's just it, And it's what It is what it is. So, let's see, and that goes for my kids too. So, my home is always open to my kids. But if you don't respect me in this home, you got to find your way too. So, you know. Okay, next. The biggest lessons in life. Can I bring it forward a little bit? Can you see it? Okay. The biggest lessons in life don't come from getting it right. They come from the mistake that change you. What you learn from it will either keep you stuck or push you into growth. It all depends on what you choose next. Yep. Okay. Next one. Truth moment questions. Truth moment. Okay, so see if y'all can see that. Okay. So, truth moment. Of course, these is going to be in the comment area, so we could answer it out. I'll answer them with you guys. So it says, "What mistake do I keep thinking because it changed me?" Okay. Now, number two, did I learn from it, or am I still repeating the same pattern? Hmm. How did that mis- Three? How did that mistake reveal something I needed to fix within myself? Hmm. Okay, so those are truth moment questions, and I will have those in the comment section, and I'll be answering them too, guys. So again, you are here with Tasha Kelly. Well, you're at my table. 7 days at my table with Tasha Kelly. I always get tongue twisted here, always. But guys, I'm gonna do the next one. This was Tuesday. I didn't do a Monday for this week. I didn't. So this was Testimony Tuesday. So next one is coming. So I'm gonna just throw all the videos up there. Um, just finish them out. And again, guys, and I hope nobody's take this who sees this video. Um, don't take it personal. This is my experience. I'm just sharing my parts of my life. Um, I just can't talk out there. I have to, some you can't see. I talk about my experience because that's my story, my truth. I can only tell my story, right? So I'm speaking my truth. I'm not, and that's how I know I've healed too, because I'm not embarrassed or anything I did. I'm not ashamed. I used to be because I didn't know what but now, you don't have to. You do not have to. Feel so ashamed. You just really it's important to do the work and don't keep making the same mistakes. Learn your lesson, but don't try not to make the same mistake. Don't, but it's better now. My life is better now that I chose to be at peace. I chose to go within and do the work. I didn't know I was capable of this. And let me tell you, the number one, whew, I'm gonna mention always in my video. If it wasn't for God, I would not. Okay, I would not be where I'm at. Okay, so and when I say where I'm at, I am more peaceful. I'm more calmer. It feels good. This feels good. Okay, and that's why I'm actually have one of the videos about who you let around you. So I love it here. I love it here. I love it, and that's it is what it is. So So whoever take personal, whoever don't, hey, that's not my problem. I'm just, you know, speaking for me and wanting to help others if they going through it. So again, if you got people in your house and the house is chaotic, you got kids, you got let me tell you something. You gotta let them go because it won't your life won't it's gonna be hard for you to heal and get if that's what you wanna go for peace and all that is I'm telling you, and you enable a person also by helping them. And you don't want to help somebody that does not want to help themselves. Okay, so that's definitely would be a burden on you. So just ask God, ask whatever you need help with. To ask God, seek God, ask Him, and He will provide. I'm telling you, pray and ask God, and He will come through. Believe it. But guys, I will talk to you later. I'm going to go on to my next video and hope you watch it. And please answer the questions in the comment section. Again, just 7 days at my table with Tasha Kelly. Bye.